Hello, guys. Welcome back to our 5 Reasons YouTube channel. I know you are surprised, as I am, with the news. Damian Lillard being traded to the Milwaukee Bucks instead of the Miami Heat. We thought we would be doing this live show talking about Dame Lillard coming to the Heat, and that's not the situation that we're going through right now. So let's go ahead and review the tweet that we all were not expecting or did not want to see, coming from Adrian Wojnarowski from ESPN. He says Lillard goes to Milwaukee as part of a three-team deal with Jrue Holiday, DeAndre Ayton, Tomani Kamara at 2029 unprotected Milwaukee first and an unprotected Milwaukee swap rights in 2028 and 2030 to the Blazers. Phoenix lands Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, and Keon Johnson. That's the report coming from Adrian Wojnarowski, who also says that the Blazers remain engaged elsewhere on deals and will and are expected to immediately engage contending teams on trade talks to move Jrue Holiday. We'll see if Miami, it's maybe a possibility there in that situation. But for now, those are the news that are coming out, and we are all in shock, I guess, like you guys are, just seeing this news and the situation that it's going on for the Miami Heat. Sadly, not ideal. Of course, we were expecting having the Miami Heat hopefully before Media Day, which is going to take place next Monday, having Damian Lillard already here, or maybe with the possibility that something else goes on, right? Lenny, how are you, man? No problem. I don't mind. I'm on the journalistic side of things. Ethan's busy right now with some family stuff, and Greg as well. They're working, they're busy right now. So we're doing an instant reaction of the news. And of course, later on, we're going to have an entire episode of Five on the Floor talking about this situation. What we're going to do here, we're going to try something new that we're going to be experimenting during this season. And I want to read you guys' comments on what's going on right now with Damian Lillard. Of course, we heard about the Raptors. We heard about the Bucks being a possibility. And here's what's going on right now. The Bucks won this battle, and we'll see what comes out next. Because after all of this happens, we always get reports and opinions and everything, talking about what went on and what happened and why things didn't go Miami's way in the last minute, right? So let's go ahead and put it here. I'm gonna read your comments, and then we're gonna go ahead and try something new that we're gonna be doing this season. So Damian Lillard traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. I want to read your comments and what you think about what's going on right now. Lenny says you do a great job. Thanks for coming on live. Appreciate it. You're welcome, Lenny. We're gonna be doing more of this during the season. Shake my head. I know we're all like, what's going on? What happened? We couldn't believe the tweet. Lenny, this is horrible, man. But hey, they just need to move on and get our team ready for this coming season. They asked for too much from us anyway. We can run it back and still beat that Bucks team in 7. Thank you, Alex, for your comment as well. That's interesting because, like Ethan stated in one of his latest episodes of Five on the Floor, is not really the same team. I know we have the perception that this is the case, but it's not actually the same team. If you go back to Heat Camp last year and Media Day last year, this is kind of a different team. No Victor Oladipo, no Max Strus, no Gabe Vincent. We have Kevin Love. We have different pieces. Nikola Jokic with one more year of experience and the FIBA experience as well, which was great for him. He went onto the finals. We'll see what happens. And now the Miami Heat has to do something else, right? The offseason shouldn't be done to the Heat, and we'll see what happens. And if Jrue Holiday is a possibility or not, I don't have any idea of what could be happening there, and we'll see what will happen next. Tony said we can still beat the Bucks. Who cares? Thank you. Says, bro, we can't compete with that. Stop being delusional. Well, I don't know who A-Train is talking to. I think they're gonna. The East is pretty competitive, and we saw it last year. We saw it last season, and we'll see what happens this year. Now with the Milwaukee Bucks getting a little bit of a bump right now, right? even though they're losing Jrue Holiday. We'll see. We'll see what happens there because Jrue Holiday and his defense, the Bucks are actually losing a lot there in this trade. So don't get too far ahead with what's going on. Nathan says, wouldn't it be funny if Lillard requests a trade at start of training camp? Another trade. And then Story Maguro says, so happy we didn't get this trade. Lenny Peña said, I'm happy it's over. To be honest, I was getting sick of and tired of this whole thing. So, hey, it is what it is. We're going to be fine. We can still make a trade for Buddy Hield. And then Lillard's not the guy. If he was, he would have won. He will wax them with, we will wax him with whoever they have. We didn't have enough offense last year, and we only got last year, and we only lost more offense this year. So I don't know how we're supposed to do anything. Build around hero. They lost Jacksonville legend Grayson Allen. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what happens there. So what we're gonna do right now, and this is something new that we're gonna test here. So you guys are gonna be my first go at this. We're gonna share what's going on right now at our playback, right? So we're gonna listen to them and we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens here. All right. Here we go. Let's see. Where is it? Bear with me because this is the first time we're doing this. So let's see if we can make it happen. There it is.
Yeah,
there it is. All right. So
Milwaukee's worse because of what we talked about at the beginning, and then somebody actually commented as well. Milwaukee's worse because of the fact that it takes Giannis off the table as well. So again,
well, that too, but emotionally, Milwaukee's better. I could not tolerate.
Let me. Can I clear up what I said really quick?
Yeah, go for it.
Boston wasn't on the table. That was pretty clear from the beginning. Like, I'm saying for all parties who have been involved in this, the Torontos, the Portlands, the Miamis, teams like that, this is worst case scenario for everything except for Milwaukee.
Got it.
Yeah.
That makes,
like,
that
Portland
makes
is not getting as much back as they should have.
Crazy to say it's the worst anyways, but I was just throwing I guess not a devil's advocate, just like a question.
A hypothetical out there, kind of. I get you.
Yeah.
No, but like Portland's not getting as much back as they could have. Miami did not close the one deal they really needed to close. Toronto jumped in and definitely could have beaten this offer. Like, it's bad, man. It's really bad. Joe Cronin's going to get fucking fired.
I mean, he was probably going to get fired anyways, right? Like, if we're being realistic here, like these are the type of trades that gets GMs in these types of markets fired if you don't get a substantial haul back, which they were never going to get.
And it doesn't fit their timeline. It literally it doesn't make sense as far as like DeAndre Ayton. Okay, he's a young center. He's good. But other than that, you could have gotten more pieces suited to a rebuilding team from a Miami trade. So it makes no sense. Like you left, not only did you leave picks on the table because you didn't deal with Miami, but you left pick swaps, and you left more pieces that would have been more valuable for a rebuilding team in Miami. Like, you basically just came out with you chose DeAndre Ayton over everything else that you could have gone, because I'm sorry, Jrue Holiday is not, like, to me, an important part of this, especially because of their timeline. Maybe if it was a championship team or championship contender, okay, Jrue Holiday, he's good, veteran experience, but I mean, this is a rebuilding team that has to look forward into the next 4 or 5, 6 years. All of that stuff was Miami. Spiteful. Yeah, 100%.
No, you're absolutely right. And by the way, Greg, I highly recommend deleting Twitter and turning on Do Not Disturb for the next week or two.
No. Anyone comes at my OG, they're coming at me, bro. We will not allow any.
I'm with you, man.
I'm sorry.
I'm with you. I'm gonna be out there trying to defend him, but I know he's Twitter, and there's
apparently I'm reading some Twitter stuff. Levitard is live right now, and he called in Amin, and Amin is kind of echoing everything we've been saying here. Portland, Cronin was spiteful and all this. Like, man, that is the one thing that I can't get over is he took a worse offer to not let Dame have his way. That is
Ethan jinxed it this morning by saying that the teams are now talking. I'm just kidding.
Yeah,
I'm just kidding.
Everyone kind of heard similar things.
Yeah.
Like Brian talked about it earlier when we were on here. Like everyone's hearing similar things. This was going to get done either today or tomorrow, and it was going to be Miami. And I guess Cronin just decided to change his mind.
Again, he's going to get fired anyways for this. So not that it makes it a good look for him or a good look for Portland or a good look for Miami or a good look for really anybody. But these are types of trades that get GMs in those kind of markets fired. So
I mean, Portland has a hard enough time getting anybody to go there willingly. I can't imagine this did them any favors.
Yeah, and like it's not even that. It's, I mean, obviously it's that, but like you have Scoot Henderson, who, for what we know so far, could be an all-star level like point guard in the NBA within the first 4 or 5, maybe not all-star in the first 4, 5, 6 years, but he's going to be a really good player that we think. You want to keep him like happy, and he's seeing this. And I don't know what his reaction would be. Maybe he doesn't care that much. Maybe he does. But like he's seeing all like this. That's someone that you want to like please and have a good working relationship with. Now that you trade him, now that you trade Dame, your best player, the best player in your franchise's history for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
In which they were going to get anyways. But you trade him for pennies on the dollar, especially to a destination that I guess, again, wasn't on his trade request. I mean, it's not, Dame's not complaining about it. Again, it's not like Boston or something like that. But Scoot's a person that you eventually want to keep happy because he's a guy who potentially, we don't know yet, but potentially is going to be able to recruit players to Portland, possibly, or recruit players that he wants to play with somewhere else. Like he's a guy that at least seems to have good communication, like good relationships that we very barely know of. But
yeah, I would say moving forward, I think as a fan, and I'm speaking more from a fan perspective here, I think I would rather Miami jump on things that are more certain than continue to take gambles on the uncertain player and lose out. Like I'm sure we could have gotten Beal. And I know some people were iffy on that as well, just because, is Tyler better than Beal? There was that discussion, but I feel like we're always such a forward-looking organization that we're always, sometimes when things are uncertain, we just, we don't take what's right in front of us, right on our plate. So I don't know. I think just moving forward, that'd be hopefully something for as long as he's around, because I don't know how much longer he's going to be around. But, whatever the next star is, just do what you can for that star and don't keep waiting for the next, because we just keep missing out. But
Jimmy Butler's not getting any younger.
Yeah,
he's going to be 35 next year. He just turned 34. Like, if he gets injured, Miami's fucked. Not saying he will or won't. I don't want to put that in the air, but again, that just makes like not completing a trade like this, it's catastrophic.
Look. I think that if Jovic takes the jump that we think he's going to take, based on what we've seen in Summer League, in Euro play, and that sort of thing, and if Jaime Jaquez ends up being as good as he looks, and Hero takes the next step forward, I'm confident that this team can still make noise. I think they're a top 3 or 4 team, in my opinion. I know some people might disagree with me, but I'm confident that this is still a good team. I know that we lost 2 players, but I still think we got better, regardless, in my opinion.
The thing that hurts the most, in my opinion, is like the way it happened again, where just like in 20, the Heat embarrassed Milwaukee. Just like in 20, Giannis starts talking cryptic about leaving. Just like in 20, a point guard becomes available and the Heat are interested. And just like in 20, the Bucks close the deal. It was Jrue. Now it's Dame. They won a title last time. I don't know, man. It just stings. I'm hurt. I am hurting.
And it's like, I asked this question. I mean, obviously the NBA is different than like baseball, or it's different than football, where trade requests like this aren't as prominent. Like, no shit. The NBA it's a player empowerment league where there's a disgruntled superstar that gets unhappy every 6 to 12 months. That's just how the league works. But I just in this situation, considering Jimmy's age, considering where this team is at, and considering what this team needed to get over the hump, like, is there a more perfect player to play with Jimmy Butler and Bam Adebayo than Damian Lillard? And like, if not now for them, when? Like, when is it going to be? When? That's just something that I can't help. Like, yeah, I know it's more negative than positive, but like, if not now, when is it? Like, who's going to be that guy that is all of a sudden going to put Miami over the top? Because again, this team has won the most playoff games since Jimmy's arrived. They've made it to 2 NBA finals. They've won 2 Eastern Conference. Like, they know that they can get there by virtue of whether some of it's injury luck, whether it's streaky 3-point shooting, whether it's defense and clutch situation, like whatever the case is, they know that they are capable of at least getting there. But like, if putting them over the top, Damian Lillard would have put them over the top. And the fact that they weren't able to land him over some spiteful bullshit that may or may not have been out of Miami's control. Again, we may not know the whole details of it.
Yeah, I think Cronin would have done something with Miami if it wasn't for what we've said for a bit now, you know, him being spiteful and in his feelings. I think that the only way that he was going to do something with Miami is if he could fleece them. That was like in his mindset. Like, I don't want to do anything with Miami. I don't want to give Dame his way, but if I can figure out a way to fleece Miami and just, if we can take everything from him, I'll do it simply because of that. So how much of it was it also that Miami on the other end was, we're not going to let ourselves get fleeced? Is this Jrue stuff really
picking up steam? Wait a minute.
Why, now it's coming out on ESPN?
Is this Jrue Holiday thing real?
If it's gonna be if it's real, that'd be one of the funniest outcomes, objectively speaking, from Miami's perspective. Like, it's like that classic meme where it's like what you think you're gonna get versus what you're actually gonna get, and it's Damian Lillard versus Jrue Holiday. Like, again, I don't want to try to disrespect Jrue as a player because he's a good player. And again, as I mentioned before, if Dame wasn't on the table and Miami just traded for Jrue Holiday for some rhyme or reason with Milwaukee, another team that's contending, like, he's a good player. That'd be a good trade for Miami. But at the same time,
is Jrue worth?
It's so underwhelming.
Jovic though, okay. Is Jrue worth Jovic, or is he worth Jaime Jaquez? No,
it would have to be. I don't even know what it would be. It would have to be like Kyle and maybe a pick or two. I don't even know what it would be, but it's
you give up
not,
a first.
Okay,
you give up a first for him. I don't
listen.
This stuff.
If you like, I'm gonna do some hope trafficking real quick. I know we're all sick and tired of it. However, Jrue, Buddy, and TJ, I could maybe talk myself into it. And hey, listen, remember what happened last time Jrue Holiday played Damian Lillard in a playoff series?
How long ago was that?
A long time ago. And I want to be very clear. I'm still hurting. I'm still hurt. However,
I understand you, Ben. You're all good.
Yeah.
I'm smiling through the pain right now. That's what I'm
doing. Yeah. And I do think, man, I'm so curious. I don't know if we'll ever know the full story, but like, I would love to know if the Heat ever did end up trying to call them within the last week or two. Because the Heat didn't like actually try to make the effort to like start communications, that would be like really bad in my opinion.
Anthony Chang says the Blazers never re-engaged the Heat before accepting this offer from the Bucks, according to a league source. Not that the Blazers had to do this, but it's worth noting. So
wait, say that again.
It's Anthony Chang says the Blazers never re-engaged the Heat before accepting this offer from the Bucks, according to a league source. Because I know that there had been talks about, they're just gauging the market. Yeah, they want to see if they come back with a counter offer. It looks like that never even was a thing.
And typically, that's, at least from my understanding, that's what teams do is they go back to the original team and like say like, hey, this is what we got. Because that, again, Miami was waiting for a team to outbid them. And then they would go back with more that they were potentially willing to give up. But yeah, that's kind of fucked up from Portland's perspective. But listen, I'm not in the room, so.
Yeah.
I'm seeing this. It says Portland just got absolutely fleeced. Jrue has said he's retiring in 2 years. Ayton does not enjoy basketball, and those picks are garbage.
Jrue Holiday came out yesterday and said that he wanted to re-sign with the Bucks.
He wanted to retire a Buck. That's how I knew he was gone. It's Blake Griffin, guys. It's Blake Griffin all over again. It's literally Blake Griffin again. I want to retire a Clipper, and he was a Piston like within the week.
Should have known.
I'm so sick.
Oh man.
I mean, Jrue has 2 years and $76 million left on his contract. I think it's a little cheaper in terms of the year-to-year stuff than Dame is, but it's still going to be a lot. I don't know if Miami. I'd have to do the math. I'd have to probably hit up Brian or someone like just to see if that would be worth mathematically, whether it was like Kyle in a pick or some shit like that. Even though that's feels like such a low ball. I mean, no disrespect to Kyle, but that feels like such a low ball for Jrue Holiday. But at the same time, teams know that they're going to be desperate to trade Jrue. So I don't know like what your starting offer would be if you're Miami. Probably be something around those lines, but.
The Heat learned of the trade when the news broke is interesting. Man, to be a fly on the wall when that happened.
Pat's probably kicking fucking doors right now. I would be if I were him.
I'm not going to say the other thought that came to head of what that came to mind of what Pat might be doing, but
Well, I'm sure Pat doesn't have Twitter, so I'd like to have seen who walked into that office. It was like, hey, did you?
Andy does probably. I think I've seen like photos of like Andy on Twitter. People
shout out the Andy Ellis burner.
he's probably some like random beat Twitter guy talking right now. I don't know, but yeah, Andy was probably the one that let him know, or someone of that.
Alex talked us off the ledge.
Please, Alex, we need it.
I just left physical therapy. Is Dame on the Heat?
No.
I
have some bad news for you.
You came out of physical therapy. We're in emotional therapy right now.
Yeah.
Welcome.
So how much have you actually seen?
Oh, I've seen everything. I've been glued to my phone at every chance I've gotten at physical therapy in between sets while getting electrotherapy. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm probably getting bad connection over here.
His phone went through electrotherapy too, apparently.
And I need the real therapy.
Yep. We all do at this point. That's why we have 143 people in here. Thank you for all who are joining us during this very unsettling time.
Hey, no shot that Portland traded with the intent to keep Jrue, right? No shot. No. It makes no sense.
No.
You know what I will say, though? Since you asked that question, I was going to make this point on the playback that we did earlier and I never got to because Ethan censored me. But what do you call it? On the same podcast where that quote came out from Sean Highkin that, you know, the Blazers are the guy in your fantasy league who sends 5 trade and then immediately cancels them.
It's a great tweet.
In that same podcast, good podcast, by the way. They were going through the Blazers ownership stuff, and Highkin said some interesting things about the ownership as far as Jody Allen, who kind of inherited the team from Paul Allen after he passed away. And in Paul Allen's will, it was stated, they said this on the pod, that essentially if they were to sell the team, it would go to the money would go to charity. So they were speculating that Jody Allen is essentially holding on to the team until the new TV deal. So that was something that I was trying to figure out, like, how might that factor in to a Dame trade, especially because Ethan was kind of hinting that ownership was a part of this as well, as a part of like the petty aspect of it, of not wanting to trade him to the Heat. So I'm wondering if like they want to keep the Blazers competitive. Does that incentivize them to keep the Blazers competitive? I'm not sure. I don't really know if it does. That's why I haven't really put it out there. But I don't know. I just wanted to mention that.
Aaron Fentress says they're seeking to trade Jrue and that the Miami Heat might be in need of a guard.
By the way, I saw Real GM, and it was aggregated on Dunk Central, said about, you know, Jrue the Heat being interested in Jrue and all that. Was there a Woj thing too, or did I make that up?
There was an Evan Massey thing.
But Evan Massey said it about the Heat?
Correct.
I could have sworn somebody like tweeted out a video of Woj saying they will be interested in Jrue.
If that exists, I have not seen it.
Okay, it probably doesn't then. Today, I've been shell shocked, man. I was over there in a crowded physical therapy office going through it. As soon as the trade happens, I'm like, no. I got the notification on my phone, and I'm in a crowded physical therapy office. I'm like, no way.
I clicked on the profile to see if it was real. I thought it was one of those fake ones. I was hoping.
Man. I got the notification directly to my phone from Woj, and I had to click on it to make sure.
I clicked and out-clicked a bunch of times.
As soon as it went off. Like, as soon as the notification, I at least got like 5 texts being like, what the fuck?
Oh my God, man. Nothing in the 5 on the floor chat, like for the first 5 minutes after too. I'm pretty sure we were all just shell shocked. Oh man. We're sorry, folks. We tried.
This is what they say when they say things are fluid, in case y'all haven't understood yet. The meaning of fluid.
Time to shut down the network. Oh, wow. Is that Ethan's burner in here?
Oh, man. It's crazy.
Oh, my God. So who do we pivot to now, guys?
Oh, shoot. Who's the next
Jamari
disgruntled?
Bouye.
Jrue. Maybe you call about Zach LaVine.
Actually, yeah, Zach LaVine. I think it would be next.
How long are we going to do the Zach LaVine thing?
Oh, I'll do it.
No.
Until we land somebody.
No.
I was going to say, fair enough. Yeah.
Until Monday, when we have to come into the acceptance part of this. And with the team as it stands, I'll be thinking about ways that they can sneak in there for other guys. Hey, maybe they get Buddy done now.
I was hope trafficking. You hopped on. If they managed to pull off Jrue, Buddy, and TJ, how do we feel?
Oh, I like that. That's obviously that would be a win if they could pull that off. You talking about 2 separate deals that end up with all those guys? Absolutely.
Yeah. Also, you know what's about to hit like crack? Victor Oladipo on a buyout.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think they can re-sign him, though, right?
It's like they traded for an all-star.
They can. They can. Victor Oladipo on a buyout is going to...
Let's do it one more time. One more time.
Deadline acquisition.
Oh, my God. I can't
Wait,
believe
what did Barry say?
Guys, I can't believe we're here again. I did. You see what I'm talking about, though, man? I feel vindicated now in the worst possible way. In the worst possible way. I hope Ethan will heed my warning now going forward, because I've been trying since July 1st to go up against the big Jinx energy, and you know what? I failed.
You and I, Alex, you and I both.
I failed. You know when I realized I failed was when was it Carla Tiana in the earlier playback, or I don't remember who said it, that was like, oh, Ethan just jinxed it again, after he said that he feels that everything is moving in the Heat's direction, and I didn't say anything. I didn't say anything. I mean, it's just as much on me as it is on Pat Riley or Eddie Andersberg at this point.
But it's not just Ethan. It's a few people. I'm gonna call out. He's not here right now, and he knows I love him. I'm gonna call out Brian. Oh. Brian has been so absurdly confident throughout this entire process, and I did not feel good about it.
Oh, look, there you go. Shout out Austin Konensky, who. Okay, so I didn't make that up. So Jrue Holiday has been linked to the Miami Heat via Woj and ESPN, and would be a great fit with the organization. I would like that, man. But do the Blazers actually want to trade him here?
How does Jimmy feel about that?
Will they talk to us? Will they even talk to us?
Yeah, I mean,
Alex, we were talking about this before you got on, but what would you give?
They didn't re-engage. Oh yeah, not Tyler though. I know that.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not giving up Tyler, and that's the problem. Like once you start talking through it, it's like, yeah, maybe the Jrue. I mean, they'll be willing to take on a pick, a second, and some salary filler for Jrue, but I'm sure other teams are gonna like get in this game if he can be had for, relatively cheap.
Yeah.
Right.
Kyle
Like,
Lowry's
I was making this
expiring.
point before, but like teams are gonna know that Portland's now desperate to trade Jrue because he doesn't fit with their timeline. So obviously the price of that becomes from $1 it goes to like 75 cents to 50 cents. Like it's gonna drop. And so like would a starter be like Kyle in a pick and just see where you can go from there? If they even want to negotiate with Miami after all this bullshit. Like,
wow, look at that. From Dame's cousin, Les was taken to lead with spite.
Oh, that's from his cousin? Wow.
You said what?
That's his cousin. Brookfield Deuce tweeted out, Les was taken to lead with spite.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of I feel like how a lot of us feel.
Like Dame is gonna play. Dame's gonna play in Milwaukee because he loves Giannis and he thinks he can win. But like, I'm really curious as to what he thinks about all this.
Yeah, man, it's just so bad, and I know you guys are going through it already, especially just the idea that the Blazers didn't re-engage with the Heat after they got that Bucks offer, because that was kind of what like everybody was waiting for. Is like, yeah, they get that offer and they come back to the Heat so that they can up theirs. Nope.
Yeah.
Which Miami would have, right? Miami would have, right? 100%.
Yeah.
did you guys see the Tyler tweet?
I think so.
In the chat?
What did Tyler tweet?
What he said.
Oh my God.
That's hilarious, man.
Yeah, because Jimmy said the Bucks were tampering.
That is hilarious.
Man,
Media Day's gonna be fun, man. I will say that. Media Day should be interesting.
Alex, I need you to ask Thomas Bryant who his favorite Dragon Ball character is.
If we get him one-on-one, maybe. And we might.
We
might.
Man, listen, I'm probably closer to Boca than you are, if I'm being honest. I'm in Sunrise, so like maybe I should talk to Ethan.
I think Ethan might I think he might be down. I'm gonna try to make it up to Boca for one of those training camp days.
Dude, for sure. Man.
Oh man. Now I don't know how much I want. Oh, look at that. It's spreading. The Jrue stuff is spreading.
If
Listen,
Jrue ends up in
first.
Miami after that playoff series, how do the conversations between him and Jimmy go?
Remember when I was busting your ass in the playoffs?
So I kind of said I own
other.
you.
Jimmy actually likes Jrue. I remember before the Bucks traded for him and Jrue was available. There was a lot of stuff coming out that you heard that like, oh, Jimmy would really like Jrue.
Yeah. No, we talked about it earlier. It's the second time it's happened.
Yeah.
Where Miami has embarrassed Milwaukee in the playoffs, and then Milwaukee has gone out and gotten the point guard Miami wanted.
LOL. Look at Jay Rich tweeting.
What did Jay Rich say?
Well, I think we all know what my number will be now.
No way. No way.
Oh, man. I'm glad they got Josh, man.
Someone got a good Photoshop with him.
You know what? Now I feel even more vindicated about my game takes. Failure.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, they really should have kept Gabe.
Maybe you guys hey, Alex, maybe moving forward, can you guys reverse jinx us on the pods and maybe talk about how we won't get a deal done moving forward? That might work.
Man. You know what? I gotta go stronger. You're right. I gotta go stronger on that.
Next podcast, next episode, how the Heat failed Jimmy Butler. We're laughing through the pain.
We need no. It's not even like you guys on the pod. We need Ethan to be like, nah, man, this is never gonna happen. This kind of request
It's
to
like
us, but
Ethan
no, it's not gonna happen.
Ethan is like that routine when it comes to jinxing. Like he's the strongest force. Like in like jinxing.
I should have known when Ethan was at that Dolphins game and they scored 70. I should have known this was happening.
It said Ethan needs to be saged. That's a good idea.
God, And I've been reverse jinxing the bleep out of this. Like all week, I've been like talking to my dad. I've been like, yeah, I think he's going to Toronto. You know, I don't like how this is going. I thought it was gonna work.
Oh man.
God. No, but like seriously though, if they do Jrue, Buddy, and TJ, like I've completely talked myself into it. If they do Jrue, Buddy, and TJ, like I'm so back.
Absolutely. I mean, honestly, with one of those moves, I would be back. I just think like, you know, we're in consolation prize season at this point.
Yeah.
But
I'm at
pull off a move like that before Monday. That would be fine. That would be awesome.
I'm at a point now where like I forgot what I was gonna say.
Are we sure they're gonna do any of this?
No, I've never been less sure they were gonna do anything.
I don't think they're gonna do anything.
No, I just think. No, I'm definitely not thinking that they're gonna do something before Monday. But you know, they might.
That
like everything besides Damian Lillard feels so underwhelming, and that's so unfair because there's so many good players in this league.
Of course,
it feels like a dick tease, dude. We just got blue ball for 2 months.
I need like
for nearly 3 months.
The thing that like, hold on, let me check off the floor really. Let me check off the floor really quick and make sure I'm not doing anything stupid.
Yeah, no, nothing.
Okay, new. I'm not gonna say that out loud. Actually.
Yeah, we don't want Ben getting aggregated.
No, it's okay. Yeah, protect the paywall.
I don't think. I mean, I'm not even sure what you're referring to.
The more specific part of the buddy thing.
I didn't see anything about Buddy off the floor.
Ethan put it on there last night. Hold on, now I'm gonna scroll again.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something that just came out.
No. This was last night.
Okay.
The Miami Heat have interest in Buddy Hield. Greg went into that a little bit more in the pool party, and I don't want to like.
No, it's all good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's already out there, and Ethan talked about it as a possibility, despite, I mean, like a separate of a Dame deal. I should say. So it's funny that he kind of talked about it in that way, and now you know.
But like if they can get that done, like, please get that done.
He would be so good with Spo.
Oh man! If anybody has questions, if anybody wants to come up here and vent without saying anything crazy, hop on.
Jrue will go to the Sixers. Ugh, I like that way more for them than Harden.
Maybe I just jump in front of that now. That's the one way where this could get worse. Is like if Jrue and Harden, their situations get resolved in one deal.
They trade Harden to Portland.
Oh God, that would be funny. That would actually be pretty funny.
God. If this somehow ends with James Harden in a Miami Heat jersey,
Ethan's gonna lose his mind.
Then we pivot.
To Orlando.
Oh my gosh, that's what Ethan's gonna get, man. He's gonna hate covering Harden.
If James Harden ends up in a Miami Heat jersey, we pivot to Orlando.
Listen, man, I don't mind rooting for Paulo.
Yeah.
The Harden perception in Miami is gonna be crazy.
I gotta have my guts, man. I'm sorry, I don't have any right now.
All right, guys. So that was part of what was going on. Let me remove this from here. All right, that's it. All right, so that was in our playback in the 5 Reasons profile. So if you guys haven't checked that out, you can do that. We're doing a lot of live stuff, a lot of analysis using YouTube videos from the past, of course, and then looking into the future. We're going to be doing a lot of more of this season. Thank you very much for all of your comments. I know you guys are here for some more news, some more comments coming from our 5 on the Floor crew. You heard from Alex right there in that live stream that we were doing, and we're going to be doing way more of course, coming up in the next couple of days. Remember, reminding you guys that we're going to be back on Monday also from the arena, because we have Media Heat Day with this situation going on, and we'll see what players and whoever's there have to say about this. And we're going to do also a behind the scenes special with you guys. I'm going to put it together, talking about how the media day goes about, and our coverage and the expectations with this Miami Heat squad coming into the 2023-2024 NBA season. So thank you very much for joining us here live on the 5 Reasons YouTube channel. As soon as we have an episode of 5 on the Floor, we're going to be posting it here as well. So thank you very much. Keep leaving your comments. Keep leaving your thumbs up, please. That helps us to keep growing the channel and keep advancing in our efforts to keep you guys informed and entertained about what's going on with Miami sports. So have a good night. Well, have a good rest of the day if you can. Sorry for what just happened, and we'll see what's next for the Miami Heat and see if they can have a better regular season this year than they had last year, and maybe if they can be back among the top 2, top 4 in the NBA this year. Thank you very much, and we'll see you later, maybe tonight. Bye-bye. Oh, yeah, we have Messi today. So Messi, well, we don't know if he's going to play, but we have Inter Miami playing a final tonight against Houston Dynamo. We'll see what happens there. We're going to have the full coverage and everything. So have a good night. Enjoy the rest of the day, and we'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.